Alright, so here hopefully is a better audio and video for the CrystalSkys. Here is your 7.85 inch box. Again, this is not retail, so I do not know if it'll change or not. Pretty much standard DJI box. The 5.5 inch. Again, I know I got it wrong in the other video, but here's a redo. Alright, so here we have the 7.85 set in front of me. I'm going to use it to show you basic menu features, buttons and everything. Up top, you have your power button, of course. You have a F1, F2. Right now I have this one set as manual brightness, auto brightness. This is a quick setting button. And here's your back button. There's a little bit better of a view on it. Underneath, you have your USB-C. Then on the sides here, you have your HDMI, which I've been told will have HDMI in and out available through it. Not for sure, again, that's nothing official. You have your USB, micro SD 1 and 2, and then your micro USB port and a headphone port. That's pretty much the same on the 5.5 inch also. So now we have them sitting side by side. As you can tell, there's quite a bit of difference between the 7.85 and the 5.5. This will be more toward like your Phantom, really whatever you choose, or even the Mavic. Right now there's no official way to put this on the Mavic. It is very awkward. I've tried it on mine. Doesn't work good. But if there is a way you can do it, you can make your own mount, or hopefully DJI will come out with something. Again, as you can tell, you know, the 7.85 versus the 5.5, there's pretty good size difference in them. So I guess it'll be whatever you choose if you want heaviness versus lightness. Screens look identical on both. They both show bright. Here is both settings side by side on the back. As you can tell, the batteries are quite large in them. And it does add quite a bit of weight to each one with both batteries installed on each one. So that's something to keep in mind too. It does add, like I said, quite a bit of weight. I can tell immediately once I attach the batteries how much weight it adds. Keep in mind that the CrystalSky does not include a remote mount, as you have to purchase it separately. The included one that I received, you have a clamp that sits here. This opens up. This is the main part that attaches to your controller with the two screws. And makes it fit nice and snug, so that way there's no wiggling. If you just lay it in there, there is quite a bit of wiggling. So make sure you attach that with the screws that are included right there, and it just snaps in place. Unfortunately, I only have one mount right now, so I'm stuck with just this one. Alright, so here is the CrystalSky 5.5 mounted to my DJI Inspire 2 controller. I do not have the screws in it yet, so I'm just going to be careful with it. It does add, like I said, a lot of weight to it. So I highly recommend you use a harness or something, especially when you go to the 7.85, because that's when you tell it. But I'll take it off and show you what the 7.85 looks like on it. Just give you kind of an idea. That's it with mounted to one of the controllers. The included charger with the CrystalSkys is just pretty basic. You have your controller port right here, USB right there, audio switch for audio alerts when it's charged, off, on. To charge a battery, simply take the battery, snap it in, you're good to go to start charging. The battery will light up on the side, show you it's charging and everything. The official word right now, I think I've seen on the thing, is Phantom 4 chargers, Phantom 4 Pros, Inspire 1, Inspire 2 chargers for the remotes will work here. I've heard that the Phantom 3 will work, but I don't know if the wattage will be correct enough for it to power it. This does charge one at a time, so the lowest battery gets charged first, and it charges the next, so it does not do dual battery charging. Alright, so I'm just going to do a brief walkthrough of basic screens and everything. This is a 7.85. Again, the 5.5 is the same, nothing different, just screen size. So here you have original go out. Then you have the back button right there. I'm going to back out of it. Original go out. You have your applications tab at the bottom. Same thing, get you into all that. You have your settings like a normal Android. Which is all right here too. File Explorer. I think I might have a video on here too. I'll try to. Again, this does not do it justice. You need to see it in person. I was just playing a simple video I took through this. This is a 4K video, so back out, and again, like I said, you know, everything's just pretty much laid out pretty simple. I do know in the other video I showed them all turned on and everything. I'm not going to do it in this one. This is just for a screen size comparison so you can see the difference. Up top you have the Google Nexus line tablet, iPad Pro 2, iPhone 6s Plus, iPad Mini 4, CrystalSky 5.5, CrystalSky 7.85, and an iPad Air 2. Like I said, I'm just doing this so you can see the screen size difference. Again, you cannot show in a video how the screen difference looks. Just something you'll have to experience on your own. I am going to compare the CrystalSky 5.5 to what it was mainly geared against, like your iPhone Pluses. This is an iPhone 7 Plus, so pretty much the same on that. And then the 7.85 compared to an iPad Mini. Even with this being a follow-up video, I've got to fully use the CrystalSky a lot more, even out in bright conditions and out in the sun. I gotta say, I'm very impressed. As far as when you're out in the sun and you always struggle using a sunshade or whatever, it works really well. You don't need to hide out from under the sun, find a shade or anything. One thing a lot of people have been asking in the other videos how it does, it crashes and everything. No, I've had nothing but good, and nothing like a normal Android system used. For example, the Googles, Samsungs, all that. You know, I've had nothing but problems with those. My iPad Mini 4 has been always my go-to. As I learned this more and more, and like being out in the sun when I can see it, and like I said, I don't have to duck into a shade or anything like that, I do. I think it's going to really work great, and with future software updates, you know, they'll really continue to improve it. The touch screen is pretty much on. Even in the video, if you see me click on something that didn't click well, I'm having to look at the screen and make sure I keep the phone straight. So I do like it. I do like the dual SD cards so you can record this thing. I hope they re-implement the screen recording. That would be great. Anything that you've heard me say in this video does not represent DJI, nor do I claim anything that will come will work for it. Again, this is just my view on it and how well it's performed and everything. But if you'd like to see anything more or anything, I will not put up anything of the sun hitting it, because you just cannot do it justice. I mean, there's no way that I can video this and make it look like you see it in person. So I know I'll get dinged a lot on that, but again, it's very hard to do. I've tried multiple different videos. I've tried different cameras. You just cannot see the difference in the screen when you're out in the sun. Other than that, you know, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll answer them as quick as I can. Thanks for watching.